Somebody's
Stop.
just out on their scooter. I smell smoked meat. Must be a trigger around here.
Her husband was cheating on her with her sister, and the sister got pregnant.
Anytime Michael and I go somewhere, like say when we were on the cruise or like when we're on a nice beach or whatever, I always tell him I want to fake a proposal.
Welcome to the Blonde Highlight Show. Give it up for your hosts, Chrisio and Kyle Hennessy.
Hey, Blonderage.
Okay, can we talk about for a minute what it actually means to be a part of the Blonderage? Because like the Blonderage is a thing.
No,
She's a club.
exactly. Like we know exactly who the Blonderage girl is.
So I think we've kind of figured it out. If you're part of the Blonderage, you're someone who loves the tea. You love piping hot tea. But you only want to hear the drama. You don't want to be the drama. Like, we're not mean girls. There's no mean girls. No.
She's the girl that likes the cheetah print outfit.
She's a girl that after a few glasses of wine, she's gonna maybe say something embarrassing at the work Christmas party.
Yeah. But everyone's going to be okay with it because that's just Cheryl.
That's just who she is. We're the girls that like, we have your back. We will be there for you. We will ultimately never judge you. Like whatever you say to another Blonderage member is like, you're the winner of the situation. We're always going to have each other's back.
Exactly. If a fellow Blonderage girl is going through it, maybe we'll roll by with a casserole.
Yeah. We'll pull up with the Melbeck and leave it on your doorstep and like not make you talk to us because we know that we know you don't want to talk to us.
And it may be a store-bought casserole or store-bought cookies.
100%. We're typically not making it from scratch. We might take the label off, but like girls who are part of the Blonderage just love chatting. They love being with their girlfriends. They love having fun. They love honest conversation, a good joke. We're not about mean girl energy. We don't want to shame other women. We uplift other women. We are a community of women that just love being a girl. We love girl talk and we're going to have fun. And you know what? Sometimes maybe one of the Blonderage members is a mom who just wants to let loose and she might light up a cig and have a glass of wine.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's okay.
She's gonna roll around the corner in her minivan, put her rubber gloves on, have a little cig, and just be like, "Oh, these kids."
Yes. Yes. We're gonna honestly, like members of the Blonderage are fun. We are a little bit. We got some grit though. Like we've all kind of been through it. We can all get down and dirty. Like we know how to play dirty. Okay. Like we could send someone into an emotional downward spiral because we all have like that little to us, I think.
Yeah.
But we would never do it. But
And
we know that we could.
Yeah, and that helps with like the Blonde Highlights investigations. You know, the Blonderage investigative team.
Yes. Yes. We have girls that are private eyes, that like are detectives that can sleuth the internet. Like, we're going to find out. Like, if one of us said, have you seen this man cheating? And it's her husband, we're going to band together. Okay. We're going to go a worldwide community search and we're going to help each other out. That is us.
Exactly. Love that. I love us.
Like, honestly, like we need a clubhouse. I just flashed. She's going to be modest, but like a little bit of a hoe. Like, she's accidentally going to flash.
Yes, the clubhouse is going to be lit.
Yes, we're going to have a clubhouse and that's just how it is.
Exactly.
So
we did
welcome
skip
back, Blonderage.
Yes, welcome back. We did skip an episode last week.
Why did we skip an episode, Kyle?
Because, listen, the world got crazy. It got crazy.
Kyle, like, literally almost died last week.
Like, I went through so much. I almost died several times. Like, it was Like, it was just like, there's no, we can't do an episode right now. She's in crisis.
No, it was like, listen, we need to skip this week. You need to like rest, get out of the hospital, relax, and then you need to live through this flood that is flooding your building right now. So, like, I'm going to go off grid and take the kids camping. You just like, you get back to life.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, just in this week, I went from one, I got sick. And I either had like a stomach virus or I had that like hell on earth parasite everyone's talking about from the lettuce or whatever, some shit like that. Okay. Things weren't pretty. And then I got so sick from that that then it caused like other problems. I got like pancreatitis. And then I ended up in the hospital because I went to urgent care and the urgent care doctor was like, I think it's a gallbladder. So then I was like, well, I don't want to go to the emergency room right now, but maybe I'll go get like an ultrasound tomorrow. But then I ended up going to a work pool party for like a minute. And then I was like, oh, this was a really bad idea.
She said, hold on, Doc. I think I'm dying, but like, I don't get to go to that pool very often.
No.
So,
And there was like
like,
really amazing
BRB.
Mexican food. Really amazing. And I was
Oh,
like, well, if I'm having surgery tomorrow, let's just roll by and have a taco or two and then go home and sleep it off.
at least that way, if you don't survive the surgery, then like, you lived a good life the night before.
Exactly. Exactly. So then I went to the emergency room. Shout out to the girls in the hospital. The nurses work in the ER don't get enough love because they're dealing with some people.
They're dealing with post-party Mexican tacos, Kyle's gallbladder,
Yeah.
parasite.
But
That's what they were
listen,
dealing with.
they were
She's
dealing with a
tired.
lot of Jims. Jims and Terry in there, just mad.
I'm just
Just like,
angry.
where's my doctorate? Give me this man. You don't know nothing. Like,
Hold on, how long does it take you to go through a merge? Like, if you go to a merge, how long are you there for typically in and out?
girl, it was like a whole day affair.
Yeah.
It was like it was an
Yeah.
8 hour shift.
It's a day, like, when you're going, like, that's it, and honestly, like, fuck this parasite lettuce because it's like, I don't know, like, if the lettuce is, like, working with us or against us because it's also, like, we're trying to be healthy, some people are eating it to, like, lose the weight, and then it's like, okay, well, like, you're sick, but, like but it's like, this is what happens when we make a healthy choice. So it's like, do we trust the lettuce? Do we go back to the lettuce? Or are we just gonna eat a burger? Like, at this
Yeah.
point, I don't know.
Well,
'Cause
that's
we're
the thing
almost
is like,
gonna die now from lettuce.
I'm like, I'm going to ride this lettuce thing out. And if some positive benefits come from it, which they did, but then it just started fucking with my organs.
Honestly, like, me 10 years ago would be like, "Where did you get the lettuce from? Do you think you lost, like, 3 pounds minimum a day?" Like, I wanna make sure that that lettuce is off the shelf. I'm gonna buy all of it.
Yes.
Like,
So that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I was like, oh, this will be good. But no, but then I started fucking with my organs.
she said, "This is good until you die."
Literally. But no, but
Oh my god.
I'm in there, like, all these women are taking care of everything, okay? Like, I'm half asleep. Like, I'm, like, falling asleep in and out. But there is these old men in there in the emergency room just yelling at the goddamn nurses and being psychopaths. And I almost got up out of the bed, out of my little room, and told them to shut the fuck up.
Honestly, I know that this is gonna sound bad, and maybe I shouldn't say this. I only like being in the care of female nurses.
Ding, 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 ding.
I don't like being in the care of male nurses because I feel like, okay, male nurses are great. They do the best. I'm not discrediting them. I'm not. I'm just saying in emergency department as a woman, if I'm dealing with like 1,000 things going on in my body, I just want a girl to girl situation.
Yeah.
Like, you need to find my blood and my vein and whatever. I don't want a man sitting, it's just going to irritate me more. I'm just gonna it's gonna be irritating. I'm gonna feel more embarrassed. I just want a woman, and a woman will just knows. They're more maternal. They can get in there. They can adjust your body, like, they know what they're doing. I'm not saying
Women,
males don't know what they're doing, but, like, you know what I mean.
yeah. women handle high pressure situations better. They handle chaos a little better.
Yes.
And what I noticed is that is like this ER is being ran like a oiled machine. Like they got this shit down. And I was like, this wouldn't run like this without if it wasn't ran by women. It only works because it's ran by women.
Yes, these like, a lot of them are probably moms, so they can, like, hook you up while taking your chart, while answering their pager thing, like, they can full on multitask and get it done, like, women in emerge only.
Yeah. Like, I was listening to everything I could possibly hear. Like, I was waiting, trying to collect all the tea happening around, okay? And they have the doors open on the rooms because, like, what if you, like, you know, something happens? So you can
Yeah.
hear a lot of stuff. And I was listening in to the nurses, and I was hearing the one nurse, and she was just like, she was kind of explaining the ropes to a new girl. And she's like, I don't let these things build up. These things, she's like, as soon as they pop up, go do it right now. You got to, she's like, I like to keep on top of things. She's like, I keep on top of things. And I would hear them be like, girl, we're running this ship tight today. We're getting this. And I was just like, we're working like this because it's women. This is a women dominated space. And I liked it because there's very few super feminine women dominated spaces. And this is one of them.
This is one of them, and this is where they thrive, like,
Yeah.
it's yes,
Yeah.
I agree. So are you
Yeah.
feeling better, though? You survived?
Yeah, I survived. She's feeling better. Everything's good. Um, but yeah, it was good. And then just as this was like, it's been absolute chaos. And I have felt at home in the feralness of it all. But my, listen, the Blantourage, I'm going to give away some details. And don't be using this because you're only going to use this for good. Okay. But my neighborhood got flooded. And I haven't talked about it a lot because I don't want people to know where the fuck I live. But I trust the Blantage girls.
The Blanchage, like, can be trusted.
They
Like,
already know where I live. They've
they
already
know.
deep dived and they're not going to do anything scary.
No.
But yes, my street got flooded out by a water main break and the water was so powerful that it pushed cars down the steep hill that it hit other cars. All the parking garages flooded. Hundreds of cars totaled from the water.
Did your car get totaled?
No,
I
girl,
never
it
asked you that.
survived. It survived. Yes.
She survived. We
Yes.
love that little
Yes.
Mazda.
And so one thing about my building is that the water was able to escape, and so instead of it all accumulating, it just created a river through the building.
Oh, right. Yes,
Yeah.
because you have the entrances on both sides.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it just turned into a river down there in the garage. So basically, like, I wake up at, like, 3:30 in the morning. I have to use the restroom, and I go into my bathroom, and I'm like, "Is it raining outside?" It doesn't rain in LA in the summer like this. So then I was like, "What is this?" And so then I got back in bed to check the weather, and I saw a text from my building group chat, and they're like, "Hey, there's a flood. Something's happening. We don't know." So I run outside in a robe and some flip flops, and I look over the little balcony that looks down into the garage, and I just see the river floating through. And I'm like, "What the hell?" I can't see my car, but I see cars underwater. And I'm
No,
like,
oh, no, see, don't wake me up like that. Like, that is the worst possible
"Yeah,
like, no. Like, what did you go back to bed?
yeah."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, car's
Uh,
gone.
yeah.
Everything's about to go to shit right now, but we gotta get our sleep in. We gotta get some more
Yeah.
sleep."
Nothing I can do about it now, going back to bed. That's what I would have done. I honestly would have been like, "Okay, I'm not even gonna check. It's not like I can move it.
Yeah.
We're going back to sleep. We
So
got
then
3
I
more
wake up
hours."
to helicopters everywhere, literally like every news station imaginable, like posted up outside, trying to like interview people, like all sorts of crazy. It was chaos. It's still chaos because there's a massive sinkhole. All the roads are closed. And then since they've been trying to repair it, another thing burst in the pipe. So it's delayed. There's like hundreds of cars total that were like underwater like that. There was so much damage to all the buildings. Some buildings, the apartments themselves flooded, but my building sits up high on top of the garage, and so it did not flood inside the actual apartments.
Thank God.
Um, So I came out unscathed pretty well
Oh my god.
from
No,
that.
I'm glad you're okay. It's one of those things where it's like, would insurance cover that?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, could have got a new car, but like,
Yeah.
whatever.
But sometimes they'll give
I
you
would have been
just
trekking my car, like
yeah.
putting it at the top, like just trekking it through the waters, putting it at the top, and been like, "Oh no, it's going back down." I would have ran a scam.
Yeah. But basically my car in the garage was like up in a corner that was a little higher. So like the water never hit my engine, which was that's how it got saved. Some of the
Oh
other
my
cars were
god.
destroyed in my building.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yeah.
so I had something crazy happen. Obviously not a flood, but so at our headquarter kitchen, I always called the headquarter kitchen in the basement of our deli.
Mhm.
We have a Traeger that we'll put outside to like roast our meat. So thank God it wasn't for a wedding, but it was for another huge event, like a community event. Michael had the Traeger out back and was like roasting the meat on it, smoking the meat on it.
Mhm.
4:30 in the morning. He's because he has to check the meat, whatever. He checks the camera and sees that just about 10 minutes before he gets up, this person rocks up on an e-scooter, pulls up to the Traeger, opens the lid, takes this meat that would have been like 170 like fucking hot piece of undercooked meat, puts it on their handlebars, and just drives off. Just drives off. Robbed right from the Traeger.
They stole the meat.
They stole all this meat. So Michael, as he would, goes, he's more pissed off because there's a whole other like piece of meat. He's like, they could have closed the fucking lid. He's like, the fact that they just close the lid then. Just help me out with the rest.
Yeah,
And
sorry.
so then he's driving around, sees this guy in a park with his buddy, and Michael was just like, great job on the brisket. And they're like, what brisket? What brisket? And Michael was like, listen, I would have easily helped you out if you came and said, like, hey man, I'm hungry, whatever. He's like, I would have fed you through and through. But the fact that you just like screwed me over to drove off, he's like, enjoy the undercooked meat. He's like, it's not even cooked. And like just like took off. He was so pissed off. But thankfully, I was like, if this was a day for like a wedding, things would have been an uproar, but it was fine. But how but a ding 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 is that? Like somebody's
Stop.
just out on their scooter. I smell smoked meat. Must be a Traeger around here. We don't get Traegers in our parts. Like I couldn't believe it. You should see the camera. He just lifts it up, taps the meat. You could tell maybe he burnt his hand and just like it was heavy.
Oh my god. Oh, the fucking e-scooter.
No, like it was enough meat for like 200 people.
Oh, that's like
Like like a chunk of meat. It's so fucked.
it's like a
No.
scene out of some like funny show. Like that would
Um
happen in some show.
seriously, it's like we didn't even know how to react to it. So then anyways, everything seemed to be fine. So then to I went away to another trailer.
Good
But
time. It's the
these
summer. It's the summer. Where
it's the
else you gonna go?
summer. I'm at the RV park. So someone in my family lives on an RV resort in the summer. So I got to do an RV experience with the kids. And let me tell you, by the end of it, I was kind of off the grid. I had like no reception. I'm like panicking. I'm like, I need to know what's going on at the bar. I need to get a hold of Kyle. Like, I need whatever. And I was like, "I am just not cut out for this anymore." Like, this is my last RV trip for the summer. It's too much.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I was exhausted near the end. And then but, like, it was so funny because there was this guy there, and he was, like, just scootering around the park on, like, a moped scooter in a Tom Petty shirt, and, like, all he did was scooter around, and then there was, like, a concert by, like, these, like, really old people trying to put on, like, a rock show. I was in another dimension. Anyways, this guy on, like, the Tom Petty mobile thing just, like, scooters across, puts, like, his piece I'm like, "What is he doing?" And then I just see him, like, he goes through the crowd, and then, like, he was right by the exit, okay? The stairways that needed to go down and, like, the hill. But he, like, chooses to go through in front of the stage, then back around to where he was, and then just, like, scooters his, like, little Vespa thing down the stairs. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm like, "Where the fuck am I right now?" Like, what is this? But, yeah, the kids, they've been doing so much this summer. I feel like I've been running a summer camp, and I'm like, "We're done for a bit."
Yeah.
We're no.
That
Maybe we'll
man
go back the end of summer, but, like, we're good for now.
that man, he was looking for the meat.
Yeah, that man was like,
He's
"It
like,
was me."
I remember now that I know what you mean by a trailer park, because I used to thought you meant something very different about a
No,
trailer park.
I know, not those kinds of trailer
But I
parks,
used to
not
go to
8
like
Mile.
RV parks sometimes with my grandparents. And I remember them having like luau's and things at the RV park.
Yeah, they do, like, Halloween, so the kids go around trick or treating, they do like, I get it, it's fun. It's just not my cup of tea all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I can go visit my family there and bring the kids, and they all play together, and it's fun, but then, like, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, no.
Yeah. I have a very paranormal haunted update.
Oh god. At your
Okay.
house?
No, oh, but yeah, old house. Okay. So I have talked about on this podcast many times. Anytime I can talk about it, I have talked about it. I used to live in a very haunted apartment.
Yes,
And I'm
yes.
very traumatized from it. Like, it scared the shit out of me. It was a whole crazy situation. So, the other day, I'm scrolling TikTok and I see this guy who does a video and he says, um, I used to live in a haunted apartment in downtown Los Angeles. I'm like, I'm stat. I'm here for it. Same. And then he gets into it. And then I realize he's talking about the same building that I lived in.
No, no.
And I was like, okay, validate me on some ghost stories. He tells the story about one of the ways that he was haunted in the apartment, and it's identical to my story. The same entity that he described, the same way of the haunting, the same like way that it came through, you know? And also he described the same place that the entity came from in the apartment.
How do they get rid of this entity? That's what I would be like, "Listen, I'm gonna send you a clip of the podcast and me talking about it, so you know I'm not just making this up. I've clearly spoken about it." I'd be like, we need to call all members of the clergy, figure out how we can get, like, the highest priest who can pull the biggest exorcism, like, that's much."
Literally, something like that needs to happen. But I have never felt more validated in my life because I've been out here telling this story like maybe I'm a little bit of a crazy person, but I have someone to back me up that's experienced the same damn thing as me.
Did they say that they sounded the same?
I want to get to that part. He has
Okay, you
not
need
responded to me, and I need to know if he heard the voice because
oh
it's
my
very
god.
distinctive. It's a very distinctive voice.
You need to do a part 2. We need to know. I'm invested, and then you know what? Oh my god. We need to find and do research on the building and anything that could have happened near that building over the years.
Oh, a lot has happened. Like it was one of the oldest hotels in Los Angeles. It's on the same street as the Cecil Hotel, which is like notoriously wildly famous for being very haunted. It's a legendary place. Like it's
The legendary entity. It's a legendary ghost.
the ghost gets around.
Yeah, the ghost stays. This it's like don't try to get rid of me like I'm
Yeah.
here.
But
Embrace me.
you know what the craziest part about this is though? This isn't the first time that I've met someone who's been haunted by the same ghost as me.
See, that's fucked. I don't like that.
No,
No, like how? Like the same one as this guy?
no, no. Different situation.
No, I hate all your hauntings. Who? Where?
Okay, so my first apartment in LA was this like two-story, like super cute apartment. I lived there for like a year and a half, 2 years or something. When I lived there, nothing really too ghostly ever happened. But I always had a feeling that it was haunted. I was always like, yeah, there's a little spirit here. It was fine. It wasn't scary. It was okay. There was one time where like I thought I could hear stuff or whatever, and then an earthquake happened. And then I thought the earth, because I'd never been through an earthquake, I thought the earthquake was actually like a ghost like shaking the like mirrored like closet doors, but it was an earthquake. But I had this feeling that it was haunted. I knew all along, whatever. Anyways, I was at this job where I did like blowouts on people, and this girl was talking about, like, she was like, "Oh, I used to live in this neighborhood," and I was like, "No way, where?" And she said, I was like, "Oh yeah, I live on that street too." And she was like, "No, I was in this building," and I was like, "Me too." And she was like, "No way, where was your apartment on the building?" And I told her, I was like, "Oh, it was the big one." I said, "Whatever," and she's like, "No, that's the one I lived in," and she lived there before I did. And I was like, "What are the chances?" And then she said, "It was haunted, right?"
Is that ghost had a message for you?
What was the message?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I bet you the ghost had a message for you though. Things like that don't just happen. This one might have a message for you too. So you need to follow up. That's
No, this
weird.
one ain't nice. This one isn't. It's not a good thing.
Do you think it's like still its way of haunting you in a
I
way?
thought about that,
Yeah.
and sometimes I get nervous even talking about it because I don't want to bring that energy into my life. That was
No.
10 years ago.
No.
You ain't welcome here no more.
No. We're not.
Lock the door. Keep the devil outside.
That call the clergy. So we have some Am I the Asshole or confessions. Let's get into it. What do you got?
Okay, so the first confession I have says, I, 26 male, lied about being a chef to impress a girl. Now I have to host a cooking class. And basically, he said that like he's been dating this girl and like he lied when they first met. Cause you know, like when we're drinking and we're out, we like to lie. We like to make up stories. But like
I'm a storyteller. Like I've lived like 39,000 different lives when I'm out drinking.
no,
Yes, I get it.
exactly. So he did this
Yes.
basically the same thing. And then he ended up with this girl and he had lied about being a chef. And then he like had cooked for her friends, but really what he had done is he had went and bought pre-made stuff and switched out the dishes or whatever. And then this last time he literally made like well, he bought lasagna and then he like brought it home, put it into a different pan and like added like some cheese on top or something. And was like, "This is my dish." And so then everyone's like, "We love it so much. Like, we need to know, like, we're having to have a little cooking class to get together and we make it together."
No, the girls knew. The girls knew. The girls knew. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, hey, let's do a cooking class for this lasagna," and really want the recipe. They are on to him. There's no way they're not. I would never, ever say to, like, my friend's husband, even if he made, like, an award-winning thing, I would never be like, "Hey, let's do a cooking class to teach me." I'd be like, "Oh, send me the recipe." They know. They're on it. And they're making him sweat. That's the power of womanhood right there.
Hmm. Like, there was probably like everyone clicked onto it immediately. And like, there was just a look exchange that was like, we're on the
Mhm.
same page. We know what's going on right here. Let's like pressure him into more.
We've pulled this 1,000 times. Like, I would know. I'd be like, this is for sure." 100%. But you know what? I commend him. I
Yeah.
do. He still fed them. He's tried. And I think he just needs to fess it up now
You just be honest
because
about it.
they are onto him. Okay. My friend, am I the asshole? My friend is always late. So I started telling them events begin 30 minutes before they actually do. Am I an asshole? My friend said I was.
No.
They're doing God's work.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, because
that's an amazing friend.
yes. And also if it's a party, if you say be here at 10 p.m., everyone's showing up at 10:30. No one wants to be the first.
No, no. I think it's like this other friend's probably just jealous because maybe they're not getting special treatment. But like, mm-mm.
No.
I think that's a good friend. I'm typically late because I have time blindness. So like, I could sit around all day and then just be like, "Oh, I have enough time to do these like 500 tasks in 30 minutes before a huge thing I have to do." So like that happens to me like so then I'm typically late. So if someone in my friend group finally caught on and instead of getting annoyed was like, "Just tell her that it's a different time." Genius. You're helping me out.
Literally, but be prepared because every so often somebody will show up on time.
I The one thing that I can say, like, as someone who hosts things or anything, never show up early. I think it is rude. I think that it's like, do not come early. You should always show up 5 to 10 minutes after. I know it sounds rude to be late. I would rather have somebody be late than be early because I am crunching, doing last minute shit
Mhm.
down to the second before someone
Mhm.
arrives.
I know. That's what I'm saying, but there's that person, like, there's always, like, sometimes if you're throwing a party or something and you're like this, and everyone's gonna show up at, like, 10:30 or so, but someone will show up at 9:55.
No, wait outside.
Exactly.
No, like, do not. Do you know how much I can do in 5 minutes under the pressure?
Exactly.
Like, 1,000 things. I can get so much done in those 5 minutes. Do not show up early.
I know, I hate that.
You know, I saw somebody posted this thing where it was, like, to help with their time blindness and, like, lack of time awareness. When they start getting ready, they set their maps with the directions and press go so they can see exactly how much time they have to get to their destination.
I do that.
What?
Yeah, because
What?
sometimes you don't know how long it's gonna be in traffic. So, like, I will do that on, like, Google Maps, and it tells me, like, this time, whatever, and then I will keep checking back to it to see, to make sure the time hasn't jumped. It's gonna take longer
That's
because
an
I go to a
amazing
lot of
hack. Why
clients'
have you
houses across
not
town.
so do you keep it on though? Like, do you keep it on? Oh my god. Why
Yeah, and I
have you
check
never
back with
shared
it.
this hack? Like, this is a life hack. You know, sometimes Kyle just drops like this lore or these facts, and it's just like you've been hanging on to like crucial information, like diehard information, and you're just like, yeah, I do that. I had to hear this from some girl on the internet. Like, what the hell?
But I think I do it because in LA, the same place can take you 20 minutes to get to, can also take you 40 minutes to get to,
No, that's true.
depending on
That's
the
true.
traffic. So I'm always kinda
Mhm.
checking it ahead of time.
No, for sure. I just think that that's something that you could have shared with the group. Like,
Yeah, or even, like, if I'm making a stop on the way too, like, I know, like, how long, like, I how close I'm getting.
I need to do that because in my head, what takes me an hour only takes me 5 minutes.
Exactly. That is a public that.
My time blindness is terrible. Okay, next one.
I will say, if there's a lot of sound interference in this, there's a freaking helicopter outside that is so low because they're recording for the news of the water break. And
Imagine
it's so fucking annoying. There has been nonstop freaking helicopters. Nonstop.
why did I just picture just like Why did I just picture when you're like, there are helicopters driving around because there is nonstop flood and just like through your window. Just like
No.
oh
Like
my
some
God.
nights it's like midnight and the fucking helicopter's still going and I'm like, "Let us sleep."
Oh my God. Remember how invested we were in those floods that happened in Florida?
Oh,
And
yeah.
everybody was using the I hear the trains a coming.
Coming.
Oh my God. We were invested. Remember, like, I didn't sleep through the night. Like, I was up tracking everything.
Oh my god, that was a crazy
It
time
was
because there was
crazy.
the floods that were, like, up in the mountains, and then it was, like, a week later, there was the floods in Florida, and it was
Yes.
that sound.
Yes. You heard the sound anytime you logged on. That little piano key was just going hard.
So triggering.
It's
Here's a
triggered.
rain to come.
Ding. Okay, this one I feel like will trigger a lot of people. I don't know why. I where am I? I left a wedding after dinner instead of staying for the dancing because I was tired. Am I the asshole?
No. No. But how close are you, though? That's the thing I wonder too.
That's my thing. That is my thing, is that if it's like immediate family or you're close, you're the asshole. If it's like your distant cousin that you've maybe only met like a couple times, but you're at the wedding, fair. Because you're there for the reception. The dinner probably took hours. You stayed for the speeches. You did whatever. Like, you're just not going to stay for the party. I think that that's fine.
I think so too. Like, if it's, like, your sister or if it's, like, someone like something close, you probably should be there a little bit longer, but I think that's totally fine. Like, you just sit through what you sit through the most important parts, you sit through the things. You just don't need to stay all night and dance to be crazy.
No, no.
Um, I will say though, because I was talking to someone recently, and they were talking about going to a wedding, and they were talking about like, I feel obligated to go, but I don't know them too well. I don't know a lot of their friends, so I'm going to be at the singles table, and so like I'm just going to like sit through what I got to sit through and get up out of there real quick, you know.
Yes.
And I was like, listen, every time I've gone to a wedding and I've been like subjugated to like the singles table off to the side, like by myself with no plus one. That's always been my plan is like get through what I have to get through and get up out of here quick.
Hmm.
But every time I realize the fun people are at the singles table.
Yes.
It ends up being a lot of fucking fun.
Yes. Because you're
And it's,
all there, you're all single, you're all feeling nervous, everyone's drinking a little bit more to ease the anxiety. It
yeah,
becomes the giant kids' table. Yes.
yeah. And you're like, how do you know Cheryl? And
Yeah.
she's like, and it's some random thing.
That's hilarious. How do you know Cheryl? Did you know how Steve and Cheryl met?
Is
Mhm.
typically, people know little bits of lore, little bits of tea, and then you can start to get a whole picture of what is going on with this person.
And then everyone's just shit talking the bride and groom at the
Yeah.
wedding. I've been at wedding where that's happened. Everyone's hating on the bride. They're all pissed off at her, and it's just like everyone is shit talking them. Honestly, I think one thing that should happen at weddings, if you're mixing tables where if you're mixing tables where there's a lot of like odd end guests, put like a conversation piece in a thing. You can put like an icebreaker on the table if you think that they might need it. Like
Yes.
it could be something about the bride and groom. It could be like something, just anything. Otherwise, it can be super awkward.
No, I think so, and I think, yeah, that's a really good idea.
Mhm.
I just but I just can't get over the fact it just turns it like the singles friends table turns into, like, just roasting
See,
the
if
bride and
I
groom.
okay, I would never put you at the table, but let's say I did. I would start conversation pieces and it'd be like, raise your hand if you've ever been fucked behind a dumpster. I would just put the most heinous shit on those cards.
It's just like, and
Instead of yeah, just saying instead of dumpster diving, dumpster fucking. Like
it's just the bride and groom's like, listen, I know you guys are going to be roasting us,
yeah,
so I'm roasting y'all.
I'm roasting you. Have fun. See, I do. I think you could have so much fun with that. That's a memorable thing. There's so many things that I don't remember about weddings. Like
Yeah.
if that's one piece of advice I could give to a bride is like nobody remembers any of your shit. No one's gonna remember your flowers, your what they went home with, your centerpieces, your tables. Like I don't even remember half of mine from my own wedding. There's
But
such minuscule things.
I am going to remember someone passing around a bottle of moonshine.
Yes, yes. I am gonna remember a jar of questions with like the most heinous shit in it. Like
Yes,
I'm gonna remember shit like that. Make weddings memorable.
definitely. That's the thing.
I'm sure that you know what I wish I didn't get married yet. I would do a wedding and then just stir the pot at my own wedding.
So much fun. Well, you could just have more weddings. Renew your vows.
Okay, is this weird? Anytime Michael and I go somewhere, like say when we were on the cruise or like when we're on a nice beach or whatever, I always tell him I want to fake a proposal.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Like,
Yes.
just propose to me again. He's always like,
Yes.
no, no. And
Put
I'm
it
just
on a
like,
show.
let's give him a show. Everyone will take our
Yes.
picture. We can do the whole thing again. Like, I want to just have an album of like all the places that I got proposed to.
Oh, that'd be so fucking fun.
Yes, that's what I want. And like, I need him to get on board with it. Like, just like this was my in Paris engagement. And we went to the Bahamas, and this was the Bahama engagement. They gave us a free meal. Like,
It's just like you roll it up into town somewhere. Like these people
yes.
ain't gonna know what's coming.
Like, call the restaurant ahead and be like, I'm gonna propose to her. Bring
Help
it
me
out
set
in
this
a
up.
little like piece of like cake. Let
Oh
me
my god, this is
yes, I
fucking
want
hilarious.
that.
I think about. I think I'm about to lose my family because I won't forgive my sister.
Sorry.
What's funny?
Just like no. It's just like, you know, when something's so just like sad that you just is like, I think I'm gonna lose my family. Let me write about this on Reddit.
Because this is juicy. Okay, starting over again. Stop laughing at me.
Okay.
I think I'm about to lose my family because I won't forgive my sister, who is pregnant with my soon to be ex husband's baby.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, her husband was cheating on her with her sister, and the sister got pregnant
And kept it.
and kept it. She will not talk to the sister. She's getting divorced from the husband. She's extra hurt because she's had fertility issues and has been trying to get pregnant. And now her sister is pregnant with her husband's baby and is keeping it. And then to make all of it fucking worse, the family is like, all the family members are like, well, there's a baby coming. So you need to get over this. You got to move on. You can't just not talk to your sister forever. You gotta get over this.
I'd be like, I'm taking that fucking baby. Like, that baby's supposed to be mine, for one. I'm taking it and we're leaving.
Yes.
That's what
She's
I would have done.
so the family's treating her like she's the crazy one because she's like, fuck her.
There's a baby coming. We're going to need a shower. You're
We
going to
think you'd
have
be
to
great
make,
to throw this shower for her.
you're going to have to make that pound cake for the gender reveal because there'll be multiple parties, of course. That's ridiculous. No, I would probably just be like, "That's supposed to be my baby." Mm. I've been working with that for time. Anyways, a part of me would be like, "That's supposed to be my baby." Like, that would probably trigger something really creepy and psycho in me, but also I would be like, "I'm out." I am so far out, I would be like, "I'm leaving town."
Yeah. You're like, there's going to be a Lifetime movie about what I'm
It
about to do.
I'm
Title to be determined.
honestly, like, I will be at that hospital when the baby's born, you won't know. But when your baby goes missing, you will suspect it. That's how I feel. Like, don't you think that would happen? I
Mhm.
feel like that's something very real that could happen. Like, that's the type of thing that triggers something. If she didn't have fertility problems, it wouldn't be as bad. And I wouldn't think, oh, she's going to trigger and like whatever. But the fact that she's had actual fertility problems makes me think that, like, that could just make someone snap.
No, literally. Like, fully snap. That's how exactly how these kind of shows start.
I hope she moves out of town.
Full villain mode. Just
I honestly, I would just like, I would take all his money.
that's yes. Yes.
That's when it's warranted and they can figure out their own baby situation. Cause like, no.
Take the man for everything he's got, and
Mhm.
then every so often you buy this just a really nice gift for the baby, and you're like, "This is from your rich auntie that got all
I
her
w
money from."
I was supposed to be your mom. No, but like, I would also like really start playing like twisted mind games with a sister. And like, like say if I had to stick around or whatever, I wouldn't. But let's say I did. I would probably just be like, oh my god, there's a crew of Golden Girls that just walked by. I wish I could show you who just walked by. Okay, sorry. That was like, oh my god. Um, I don't know. I think I would just start dropping fake lore about the husband and just be like, well, like, you know what? You can have fun dealing with his XYZ or his
Yeah.
whatever. And like, hopefully the baby doesn't inherit. Like, I wouldn't want to say too much about the baby because it's innocent.
Yeah.
But, like, I would definitely start fucking up their little love dynamic.
No, because this is the part that I missed. The ex-husband is not with the girl, the sister. She just got pregnant, but they're not together.
That makes this so much worse.
Yeah. He's probably getting someone else pregnant at the moment.
And so he said, "You know what? Imma fuck you. Then I'm gonna dart on over to your sister's house, stick it in her, impregnate her, because clearly you're broken. But you know what? You guys gotta have this baby. I can't. I'm out." That's messed up. That is so messed up.
Right?
Even more for me to just leave town. Even more for me to take the baby.
Well, I think that's him. He's leaving town too. He's like, "I'm leaving my mark on this town and I'm getting up out of here."
I would remark my territory on him. Like, not really, but make her think, like, "Yeah, he just keeps calling me. He won't
Yes.
stop calling me." Like, "Is he calling you too?" Like, I would show up, like, all stressed out and be like, "Have you talked to so and so? Can you get him to stop calling me and stop driving by the house? You guys have a baby, for God's sakes. Tell him to show up and be a father, not a stalker of me." Yeah. I would let her know you're still second best. No, I
That's the way to
can't,
do it.
like, people are messed up.
Okay, Blantarage, at the end of this episode for next week, we want to ask, how do you know you have a shitty boyfriend? Send us a DM, send us a comment, let us know so that we can talk about it next week.
Yes, we wanna know the most heinous shit or the most bare minimum things that they can't even do. How do you know your boyfriend is, like, the shittiest low-tier boyfriend?
Hmm. Share your
Already
knowledge.
Yeah.
Share your knowledge with the club, with the Blantourage. Let them know.
We got to bound together, ladies. Well,
Yes.
you guys have a great week, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.